What is up, everybody? Matt Moda here to give you my favorite NBA player prop picks for tomorrow. We're talking Game 5 NBA Finals, Pacers versus Thunder. We got an awesome series on our hands. The Thunder came back, won Game 4. Incredible king game from SGA. I called it king stuff. Might have used a different word, but if you got kids watching, I won't curse. Just an incredible series. I'm going to give you two player prop picks to lock in for this game tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday night, so depending on when you're watching this, the game could be tonight. Regardless, two plays to lock in. Before we do that, let's recap Game 4, which we made exactly $0. Now, if you used the exchanges, you profited 0.05 units, but the official plays that I'm tracking are not the exchanges because that's a little bit unfair for people that can't use it. And we made exactly $0. We broke even. SGA, with an amazing fourth quarter, cashed 35 points. He scored exactly 35 points. And Halliburton, pretty brutal under. We took under 17.5 points. He had, I believe, 3 points at halftime. I think he took 3 shots at halftime, but he scored 15 in the second half, scored exactly 18 points. So we got hooked on that one. I know a lot of people did take the under 18.5 instead of the under 17.5. So those people were able to cash that out. I was not. But overall, it's been a pretty good NBA Finals. We're up about 2 units on the NBA Finals. Obviously, I'm playing these very light. You know, Game 1, I had 2 plays, cashed both, missed my play in Game 2, cashed my play in Game 3, and then went 1-1 in Game 4. It's been a pretty good run since the month of May. We're up just under 10 units, 9.17 units to be exact in the month of May. So it's been pretty good. Played the playoffs pretty light until the conference championships. And since then, things have gone really well. Up 6 units since then. So all in all, very, very pleased with how the playoffs have gone. With all of the exactly $0 in profit yesterday, our profit for the year stays the same. 33 units of profit on the year. Not nearly as good as last year, but I'll take up 33 units, especially considering we've made about a third of that, a little bit less, in the playoffs, which is good because the games get more important. We start making money. All that stuff is good. As I mentioned, I got 2 plays for this game tomorrow, and I'm smiling because both of them are going to be a little bit scary. I found 2 angles that I really liked. They're both going to be a little bit sweaty. We'll talk about Isaiah Joe. He is my first play, and it's Isaiah Joe, and I'm taking him to make 1 3-pointer. That is at plus 105 odds pretty much across the board. Caesars, DraftKings, Bet 365, you can get plus 105 odds for him to make over 0.5 points. Now, when you look at it, you know, it's plus 105. Sorry, to make 1 3-pointer. Over 0.5 made 3. So let me be clear about that. You know, when you look at it, him to make a 3-pointer is plus 105. Him to score 3 points is minus 120. It is incredibly unlikely for him to score 3 points and have it not come from a 3-pointer. Now, Isaiah Joe, you look at him in the playoffs, and I'm using Props Madness. This is my NBA betting tool. Very nice, helpful tool. He's been pretty good in the playoffs. 11 of 20 games, he's made at least 1 3-pointer. The Nuggets series just wasn't for him in that 7-game series. He only hit it twice. So you take that game out, it's 9 of 13 games. That's pretty good. It's been hit or miss in this finals specifically. He's made it, or he's cashed it, I should say, in 2 of the 4 games. It's been every other game. Now, his minutes are going to be low. He's played 11 minutes, 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So he's going to have a window in the first half when he has a chance to hit this. Now, the reason why I like this play is I'm kind of making a prediction on an adjustment that I think the Thunder are going to make. You know, their offense, they made 3 3-pointers in Game 4. They attempted 17 3-pointers in Game 4 as a team. You know, in the year of our Lord 2025, you are just not going to win that many games. It's amazing they even won the game that they did, but they're just going to have to do more behind a 3-point line if they want to win. The easiest way to do that is to get your best catch and shoot 3-pointer on the floor. Now, his defense makes him a little bit scary. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's going to play 20 minutes because he won't. Could he play 11 minutes instead of 5? That, I think, is possible. Now, you know, going back home, you can make the argument that going back home benefits role players. You can also make the opposite of that argument, and you can say the deeper the series goes, the fewer minutes the role players play. Both of those sides have valid arguments. My logic is, he could do it in the 5 minutes. He'll get 2 attempts, 1 attempt, 2 attempts. He's going to have a chance to make it. When he shoots, he's going to be open. And his role when he is on the floor is to catch and to shoot. Now, from a matchup perspective, the Pacers were not the best matchup in the world for a spot-up shooter like Isaiah Joe. So I will admit, from a matchup perspective, it's not amazing. But it's plus money for him to make 1 3. And the biggest adjustment that the Thunder can make, they probably should have lost game 4. They were outplayed through 3 quarters. The refs I don't have a rooting interest, but obviously the refs were just a total mess in game 4. So that was part of the reason why the Thunder won. But SGA just made tough bucket after tough bucket after tough bucket. He made a huge 3-pointer. Benedict Mathurin had a bunch of off-ball fouls and missed a bunch of free throws. The Pacers outplayed them, and it was really because the Thunder offense just couldn't get anything going. SGA was awesome. Jalen Williams was awesome. Nobody else, Caruso was good. I'll give him that. Nobody else really did anything. Chet scored 14 points on only 9 shots, got to the line 6 times. Lou Dort only took 2 shots. Granted, he made both of them. Only took 2 shots. Hartenstein, barely playing anymore. 21 minutes, took 3 shots. I think he played, 21 minutes on is honestly more than I would have thought for him. Took 3 shots. They don't really trust Cason Wallace. They don't really trust Aaron Wiggins. Kenrich Williams got some run, played 11 minutes in this one. So I think that their adjustment is going to be, hey, we need to see if we can space the floor. Just give SGA a little bit more space. Get a guy like Isaiah Joe on the floor. So it's going to be sweaty. He may only play 5 minutes. He may only take 1 3-point attempt. So we're hoping that he does make that one. But part of this is calling my shot that I think an adjustment that the Thunder are going to make is they are going to play Isaiah Joe more and try to get themselves going from deep. My logic for that, I already mentioned, is the fact that they made 3 3-pointers, and I think that Isaiah Joe is going to be a reason for that. So it's definitely going to be sweaty. I will not say anything other than that, but I do really, really like the look. So that is our first play. Our second play is another one that is going to be a little bit sweaty. It's Miles Turner, 15-plus points. Now, if you use the exchanges, if you use ProphetX, you can get him at plus 118. That is the bet that I locked in. If you cannot use ProphetX, if you're in Canada or not the US and it's not legal in your state, you can get plus 105 at Bet365 for him to score 15-plus points. That is the number that I'm officially tracking it at, but you can get a better price on the Prophet exchanges. Now, this one is going to feel just as scary as the previous one. And the reason why I like this play, just look at his shooting splits the last 2 games. 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 4 from deep. 3 of 10 from the field, 0 of 6 from deep. Now, he did get to the line 6 times. The Thunder foul a lot. It would not be shocking to see him get to the line another 6 times. And the Thunder fouled at the 6th highest rate in the NBA in the regular season. And he just has shot horribly, but it's generally a good matchup for the way he scores. He's a catch-and-shoot guy. Sometimes he'll stand on the corners. Sometimes it's a pick-and-pop with Tyrese Halliburton. But he's a guy that catches and shoots. And you think about it, he hit this in the first 2 games of the series, 15 points, 16 points, on 5 of 10 shooting, 2 of 5 from deep, on 6 of 12 shooting, 1 of 5 from deep. So he's been able to hit this in the first 2 games of the series while only making 2 3-pointers, only making 1 3-pointer. His last 2 games have been brutal. I'm not going to say anything other than that. It's been brutal. He was sick in game 3, was still recovering in game 4, so hopefully it being almost a week since game 3. 5 days actually, so not quite a week obviously, but 5 days since game 3. He gets 3 days off. Since game 4, maybe he's got a little bit more time to just recover from that whatever illness was making him sick, was causing him to be sick. His shots were gross. He missed right, he missed left, he missed long, he missed short. I'm not going to say that he was definitely on and was rimming out or anything like that, but I'm just betting on positive regression. Anybody that knows me knows anything about my betting strategy. It's looking for situations like this where I call it fade recent results. You can call it the flip-flop method. You can call it the zigzag method. You can be smart and try to say it's positive regression. A player, he's going to shoot 11 times. He's going to shoot 10 times. Instead of making 3, can he make 6 and 2 of them 3-pointers and get to the line 4 times? So he's just going to have a game where his volume is probably a little bit higher and he just shoots at a better rate. You look at him in general in the playoffs, scored 15 points, let me get up to 15, in 11 of 20 games. So he's hit it in over half the games. And he's been mostly close. I mean, even with a gross shooting performance last game, 12 points. This game, he only played 21 minutes because he was in foul trouble, 11 points. 33 minutes, just this one was the volume was just not quite there. 13 points on 5 of 8 shooting. But even in the games where he hasn't shot well, he's come close. And I just think that he's going to have the shooting splits bounce back the other way. Instead of shooting 1 of 4 and 0 of 6 from deep, he's going to go 4 of 5 from deep. Something like that, I think, is in the cards for Miles Turner. You could also look at his 3-pointer over 1.5 is -1 of 4. I think he's good to make 2 3-pointers. But you look at him, I mean, he scores 15 points much more frequently than he makes 2 3-pointers. So it's just better from a value perspective getting him over the. And I remember it's 15 plus as opposed to the over 13.5. So I just want to be clear about that. But betting on positive regression for Miles Turner, betting on increased minutes, and somewhat of he can shoot whenever he wants. I can't think of the phrasing that I'm looking for, but basically saying, hey, Isaiah Joe, you can shoot whenever you want. As our 2 plays, it's definitely going to be sweaty. I didn't go for the low-hanging fruit in this one, but those are the 2 plays that I have. Isaiah Joe, just give me one made 3-pointer, my friend. Plus 105 at a bunch of books. Miles Turner, 15 plus points, also plus 105. This one's at Bet365, or you can get plus 118 at ProphetX. But that's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. Check out the links in the description of the video if you want to support the channel. Make sure you bet responsibly, and have a good one.